What is going on, guys? So after an incredible year for Bitcoin, we had a couple of major crashes in just the last week. Last weekend, the price of Bitcoin dropped from about $62,000 all the way down to $54,000 on the news that the US Treasury will charge several financial institutions for money laundering using cryptocurrencies. And just in the last 24 hours, Bitcoin fell another 9%, most likely due to the reports that President Biden is considering nearly doubling the capital gains tax to as high as 39.6%, which is an increase from the current 20%. So in this video, I want to cover what possible positive outcomes that could come out of this and why the price of Bitcoin can actually double from here by the end of the year based on this new chart I discovered that predicts a massive movement upwards for Bitcoin. You're going to want to hang around for this one. You're not going to want to miss it. It is big. I will also share with you what I'm personally doing with my Bitcoin investments. Just remember, this is not financial advice and this video is for entertainment purposes only. I know the crypto space is very hard to understand and can be intimidating for a lot of new investors. I've been doing a ton of research to help easily break it down for you, and I have a few crypto videos coming up that will be very helpful for you to understand the whole crypto market as a whole. So if you appreciate these kind of videos, all I ask is to please hit the like button on the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Alright, so let's get right into it. This last crash is pretty big. It took the whole crypto market cap down by about 12% all the way down to $1.8 trillion. At the top of the market, Bitcoin alone was almost at $1.2 trillion market cap, and it is now sitting at just above 900 billion. That's a huge move. Bitcoin broke down a lot of technical support levels like the 100-day moving average and the 50-day moving average, and even broke the psychological number of $50,000 per Bitcoin. A lot of that can be attributed to the latest news report Thursday that the Biden administration is considering raising the tax on capital gains to 39.6% for people earning more than $1 million a year. You might think, well, that doesn't affect me. What does that have to do with me? And you might be right. For now. Because who knows how high the crypto market will go. It has a huge potential this year, especially with a lot of big companies showing interest in Bitcoin and holding it on their balance sheets like Tesla, MicroStrategy, Square, Coinbase, and many others. On top of that, many people relate Bitcoin with inflation very strongly. And I really think that the next few months will have a very high inflationary numbers, especially compared to last year, which will only send the price of Bitcoin higher in my personal opinion. And with our government printing trillions of dollars in the past year and looking to print $4 more trillion on top of $2 trillion they just printed last month, inflation is bound to happen, and your dollar will be worth less and less over the years. But going back to the capital tax concerns, that was enough to trigger the biggest drop in the US stocks in 5 weeks. This is still just a proposal and not even formalized yet. So whether it becomes law or not, and when it becomes law or not, is still unknown. So I personally think this was an overreaction that will correct back up soon. And I also want to point out that saying Bitcoin crashed and it's dead and it's getting regulated by the Treasury or getting taxed and blah blah blah. Remember, even at current numbers, it's still up about 60% year to date and more than 600% since last year. Those are some incredible returns. Hedge funds on Wall Street celebrate when they make 10% in a year. Bitcoin is already up 60% in 2021 alone, with the potential of even a lot more. And why do I say that? Well, let's take a look at this new chart I discovered recently, the Outflow Chart. This shows the total amount of Bitcoin transferred from all exchanges' wallet. And the black line here shows the price of Bitcoin, and the red spikes here show the outflow. So let's look all the way back here in January. There's a big spike here of 116,000 Bitcoins outflowing, and the price of Bitcoin at the time was $32,000. And then what happened? It went all the way up to $40,000. Then this other spike here, 111,000 Bitcoins outflowing at a price of $34,000 per Bitcoin. And what happens next? It goes all the way up to $55,000 per Bitcoin. And another outflow spike over here of 107,000 Bitcoins, and the price was 48,000, and then it runs all the way up to $61,000 per Bitcoin. Now if we go at this spike over here, another outflow spike of 128,000 Bitcoins, 58,000 as the price, and then it jumps all the way up to almost $64,000. And now the latest spike of outflow here of 143,000 Bitcoins leaving, and the price is at 56, and now it's even lower. Today it's around 49 or 50 or something like that. So the only thing that I can predict is this is going to move upwards this way. That's based on my analysis, just based on the chart that I'm seeing. Don't hold me to it. So now what do you do in this situation? Do you buy now? Do you sell everything you have to lock in whatever profits that you made so far? Or do you just do nothing? For me personally, I went ahead and bought more, and not just Bitcoin. I bought both Bitcoin and Ethereum. Ethereum is another one that got hit by the latest news and created a great buy the dip opportunity. I also like that Ethereum broke away from Bitcoin and trades on its own trajectory kind of, and I actually feel that it may have a higher potential upside than Bitcoin, but that's a topic for another video, so stay tuned for that. But yes, I did buy some more Bitcoin, and I will continue to dollar cost average over the long term. For me, Bitcoin and Ethereum are two long-term investments, along with things like Tesla, Palantir, and the ARK funds. I still see huge potential in Bitcoin and truly believe this is just the beginning. With our government as well as other governments around the world printing more and more fiat money, inflation is inevitable, and I like to keep some of my money in a non-inflationary decentralized asset like Bitcoin, and I trust that many other big companies will follow what Tesla and Square did, and they may actually already started buying quietly, especially during these dips. I'm so interested to see how many other companies will announce that they hold Bitcoin by the end of just this year. Let me know in the comments below if you think we'll see more and more large S&P 500 type companies buying and holding Bitcoin on their balance sheet. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please make sure to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click that notifications bell to be notified whenever I publish new videos and new content for you. Also, get your free stock from Robinhood just by opening an account using the link below, and make sure to check the link for the Yada savings account. It's a new savings account that is FDIC insured, but gives you interest in a lottery system. If you use the link below, you'll get 100 tickets when you deposit as little as $25 for a chance to win up to $10 million. Then you'll get a weekly ticket for every $25 that you deposit. Finally, don't forget to get your free stocks from Webull when you deposit only $100, which is just like cash. You can take it out anytime you feel like it. All the links are in the description below. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.